Hi everyone, today we're making this beautiful deer cut out on a scroll saw and then just done with a bit of different paint colors and some different shadow techniques to get this great dimension. Hi, I'm Donna, and on our channel we like to show you woodworking projects that we've made that have sold well for us so you can make and sell them too. And here's another great scroll saw wood art project, so let's get into it.
Okay, so we're going to start the deer. You can see I've got my pattern down, ready to cut, and I've just glued that down. So we'll get going over on the scroll saw.
Okay, so when I start, I generally go around the outside, and when I'm dealing with these up and down points, I do my first cut to the tips of them all, and then I'll go in and then in and then in to get good clean cuts. But the first thing I do is take off like the delicate fiddly bits. So you can see I've taken off the antlers first, get those out of there, and then I'll start with the rest. All right, and here we have it, all the pieces. Let's on to the next. Okay, so this is how I start. This is my cutout, and I've sanded everything, and I also put the numbers on the bottom of each piece so I can keep track of them all. And then this is just my prototype of a pattern. If you buy the pattern from Etsy, you'll get a separate one with the light, medium, and dark. But you can see I'm just figuring out the placement of the color, and so light, medium, dark, so I can then pull the pieces that are dark in a pile, light in a pile, medium in a pile, and then I will do those in those colors and then put it back together, and then I'll start to tweak it. So we'll move on to just dividing up all the pieces into light, medium, dark, and then I'll show you my paints. Okay, so I've got my light pile, my medium pile, and my dark pile. And so I'll start painting those, and I'm just using acrylic paints that you can get from the dollar store, and I'm gonna water them down substantially. So I've got the beige color, a dark brown color, and then I am going to pull in some of this reddish brown with a bit of the light color to make color on its own. And then I'll show you how I apply it. I apply it like a stain. Okay, so I'm gonna show you my very messy palette. So here I've got my lightest color, and then that was my darkest color, the dark brown. And then there was that red, the reddish brown, which is right beside it. So this is how I make my color. So I have my lightest, my darkest, and then I pull a bit of each in the middle, and I pull just a bit of that reddish color to get the tones that I want. And this way you can see all three together to decide whether or not if you like it or if you need a little darker, a little lighter, you can play around with it here first. But I'm happy with that, so we're gonna go ahead. Okay, so I've done my lights already, and I just wanted to show you the eye. I didn't cut out that eye piece. I really love to paint, so I wanna paint the eye in. So you can see I just drew a basic shape, did the light on the outside, and I'll do the dark in the middle. And the other thing I wanted to mention, when you're painting, I always keep my legend with me so I can quickly look. This is block 20, this is block 20. So I know the outside of this block needs to be painted or stained as well, because you'll be able to see it, but I don't need to worry about any of the inside cuts. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, so I'll show you quickly how I do it. So I showed you my paints. Gonna just have a round brush, it's wet, and I always have paper towel in my hand. So I'm just gonna go in, add water to my paint, so it's very loose. And then I know this is block 22. It's an interior block, so I just need to do the top. So I'm going to put down the paint color. It's very watery. And I'm just gonna give it a minute. And this is also a good time to test. Is it enough of a difference? Then I'm gonna take some paper towel and just wipe it off like a stain. And now we have to make the decision, is there enough of a difference there? I think there is, because I'll go in and do some shadow work as well when I'm done. Okay, so I've got my pieces. Again, this is just the base coat. And now I'm going to glue them all together like side by side to get them attached before I move the whole thing to the backboard. If I don't get the full complete thing glued together, that's okay. I'll get chunks. I just use wood glue, and I have my legend, and then I just put a piece of parchment over it so the glue won't stick to it. Okay, so here's where I ended up. So that's a chunk. They're not glued. The antlers aren't. This is one section so far, and then the nose piece. I'll let this dry, and then I'll put it all together. Okay, so now we're going to start on some of the shadow work. You could leave it here if that's what you like. I like to take it to the next step, which is I just do some shadow work just with some basic acrylic paint. So I've got black and dark brown, and I'll mix them and water it down. And then we'll use that to create some shadows. So we'll get to that. Okay, so I'm going to be using two brushes, a liner brush, which is a long thin brush, and then just my round brush. This is what I'm going to put the color on with, and this is what I'm going to diffuse it with. So I'm going to get them both wet to start. You can see that comes to a nice fine point when it's wet. So now I'm just going to, I'll just show you. So I'm going to take my liner brush, lots of water. I'm going to pull a bit of the brown paint out and add just a little bit of the black. And I'll play around with the darkness of this depending on the area. So if I'm doing the light, it'll be just the brown. When I'm doing some of the darker areas, it'll be mixed. So I'm just going to push that back so I have room to work. Okay, so I've got my watered down paint. So basically, we're just going to add some shadows. So we know that where the antler meets, there'd be some shadow. So we're just going to lay that black and brown watered down paint mixture, and then come in with my damp brush and diffuse that edge. It'll just start to create that extra dimension, and we know this edge would still have some shadow to it because it's under. Add a bit more there and diffuse that edge. If your piece is too dry and it's grabbing the paint, you can always just add a little water to the wood before you start. And you can play around with the colors. You can make it a little darker, a little lighter, and I never expect to do a shadow in one go. I'm expecting it to be a few different layers. So with this one, I probably would add a little bit more black to that brown paint to really start to build the darkness here. And I'm not looking to outline, just looking to create that shadow line. You can see that darker color really help make that pop. Just pull it up a little bit on that one. And if you were to get some on that piece, you could just take some clean water on your brush and you'd be able to wipe it right off. Or if worst comes to worst, let it dry and paint the base coat again. Okay, and there'd be shadow here because of that antler. So I'm gonna grab some more. You can see this wood is dry, it's grabbing a bit, so I know I'm gonna need a bit more water on my paintbrush. That's okay, I can do that. Now this edge would not be as dark because it's more upright, but it still would have a bit, so I'll just touch it. And all of this will start to give some really nice dimension. The underside would have more, and the top section would have a lot less, but this little section in here would be shadowed. And you'll see I move my piece constantly to get the best angle. All right, I think that's good. I will do the other one and then we'll move on to another piece. Okay, so I did a bit more here through the ear and a little bit over the head. I'm gonna show you over here. I'm not gonna show you everything I do, it just no need to take all that time. But here I'm gonna start off with the brown and just a little tiny bit of black. And we're gonna start to darken up the darker part of this ear. And we're gonna start with this piece underneath. And what you're gonna see is it's gonna start to create some shape. Now, my wood is quite dry. So we'll start with just that little bit. Then I'm gonna come in with a little more, and I'm going kind of in a semicircle here. And I'll just make sure my wet edge is always diffused so I don't end up with an outline. I don't want that. So we're just going to start building that depth. I'm going to grab a little more black. And working that wet edge to make sure I don't end up with an outline. You'll see I'm always like kind of pulling it out and diffusing it as far as I can. And there would also be, I'm gonna highlight this cut line, or shadow it, I should say. And there's many ways to do everything, and you can definitely do your shadow work any way you like. This is the way I like, or you don't have to do it at all. There's other ways to enhance the dimension. You could use a chamfering tool, which will put that edge on your pieces. You could sand them. Okay, so we're getting there, and now I'm gonna work around this eye. So I'm going to go more on the brown side because it's my lighter color paint. I might go in and darken that in a bit, but we're just going to go around that eye shape. And diffuse it. And just be patient with yourself. Just keep working the water to the edge and you'll get it diffused. Now, I feel like I'm getting a bit of an outline up here. I might have to go back in and touch that up. We'll see. I'll let it dry and then we'll go from there. I'll let you know if I touch it up. All right, now we're going to go under the eye. I'm adding a decent amount of water to my brush here because I know my wood is really dry. You can see how much it's grabbing this paint. So it's a good exercise to show. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of an outline there, so I will probably go in and touch this all up. But we'll see when it dries. I'll show you. Okay, and I would do some shadow work here, all around this nose piece. A little darker at the edges. Okay, and then for the nose piece, where it's the darker brown, I'm going to need more of the dark color. So I'm going to go underneath and up. And diffuse that edge. All right, we're getting there. Okay, and I'll also do some of these cuts to highlight again the dimension. You'll hear me say dimension many times. Okay, so I'm going to finish going around here and then I'll show you what I've done. Under the face, there's going to be shadows through here too. I'm sure you're getting the gist of it now. It's all the same technique over and over again. Okay, so I've got most of it done, but I want to show you a couple of things. So for inside the ear, right here, I've already done it over here. I'm going to just take some of that brown and go into that corner and drag it out. I might even grab just a hint of that black for that deep corner. And then come in and just pull. And then for the eye, I'm going to do a dark line around the eye part, or the eyelid, I guess. You could do this with a marker as well if that's more your comfort. And I've had some, it's bled a little bit onto my lighter color, which is okay. Just working on that eye color. So now I'm going to come in more with just brown, but with a little less water. We're just going to start building that. And I'm going to grab some of the black. You can see I'm diffusing that as well. I don't want it to be a hard circle, just the okay, and I'm going to come in a bit more with that dark color, the darker, like more of the blackish color, just to get some interest in the corners and underneath, and just the slightest amount. There's a lot of moisture on here, so now I need to go in with a lighter color. So I'm just going to pull back my base color, which was just this, plus a bit of the brown. And we're going to clean that up. Now this might take a couple passes. I'm just going to put a little bit of water on my brush to help smooth some of that out along that edge. All right, I think that's pretty good. I did another pass at the shadows around the eye. I think that helped. I might do another one, I'm not sure, but I think we're getting there. Okay, so here it is. We are done. I've placed it on one of our rounds that I just stained with that same brown paint and then made a little darker along the edges. I think it looks fantastic on it. We cut ours out with our laser, but you could get them from the dollar store, or I think lots of craft stores sell the blanks. So let's look at some of the detail. You can see how the eye turned out fantastic. The antlers look great. It's got lots of dimension. I'm really, really pleased with this. I'll show you what it looks like on our normal frame as well. And this is what it would look like on our normal frame. It is beautiful either way. Turned out so well. So much fun to do. It's easy to do. I absolutely love these projects, and I hope you do too. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.